I moved in with Trader Jen for 7 days, and here's what happened. Having received a credible threat of attack from a horde of ravenous zombies, I've been sent in to secure the church and protect Jen from the incoming onslaught with strict instructions not to leave the compound until the coast is clear. If we can survive beyond the day 7 blood moon and secure the base for a safe chopper landing, we'll both be airlifted out to safety. If not, well, I guess we'll go down together. So, I was dropped in on the first morning with nothing more than my Darkness Falls starter items. We'll have to survive 7 full days, including the day 7 blood moon, on just the resources that can be scavenged, scrounged and crafted from within these 4 walls. Zombie loot bags are going to be another key piece to this puzzle, and we're going to be hoping for some lucky dice rolls, especially in the first few days. Jen's supplies will be replenished on the usual schedule, but don't ask me how. So we will be able to trade with her, but food and drink is expensive. I do have a plan for the drink situation, but as for food, this might end up being our downfall, more so than any zombie horde. So, as I make a start gathering resources, looting and killing my first few zombies, let me tell you a little bit about the settings we're playing on and why we're using Darkness Falls. We're playing on Warrior difficulty, 16 Blood Moon zombies, and for those of you familiar with Darkness Falls, you'll understand how much it kicks our ass, especially in those early hordes. Loot abundance is set to 200% because this is actually the 4th attempt I've had at this kind of playthrough, and anything else on such a small POI, I don't think you stand a chance of getting anywhere near enough loot. And just for a laugh, my very first attempt at this was just on a farm POI in the middle of nowhere, and I was hoping that enough animals and zombies would come along in vanilla that we could survive off, and I made it 3 days before I starved to death. So 200% loot abundance, and we're on Darkness Falls for 2 main reasons. One is that there's a lot more roaming zombies coming through, so we're actually going to stand more of a chance to get a lot of loot bags. And 2, Darkness Falls allows us to stay in the trader beyond 10 PM every day and not get kicked out. So I figured it'd be fun to do this in a trader POI, and then that gives us the extra ability to trade with the trader in case we get desperate for food and drink. And as you will see shortly, we do get desperate for food and drink. So after a bunch more looting, I decided to choose the Labourer class, which again is one of those Darkness Falls features, because it's pretty much the only way that I think we can get to building a forge, and I'm pretty sure that having a forge is the only way that we can actually survive and get through this. Having done that, we sold a bit of shit to Jen, and then went and chucked some storage up on top of the confession boxes. And then in a fortunate twist of events, our first loot bag came courtesy of a zombie that we didn't even have to kill. Don't know what happened to it, but we'll take it. After spending the rest of the morning cleaning up the yard, it was time to create a little bit of a safe space up on the roof for when the night zombies come. And also, from up here, we can see any sneaky little bastard rabbits off in the distance. That doesn't mean I can hit him from a fucking distance, but he's got nowhere to go. So let's mash him up. Alright, now we've got something to cook. I'm going to need a grill, and I don't have a forge yet, so I'm going to have to buy a grill from Jen. And now this is the exact moment when I realised that that rabbit didn't even give us enough meat to cook. But then this happened. And with that we had some meat to chuck on the grill a little bit later, but it was getting late. So at this point I decided to set up a little tightrope to path the zombies up to us safely rather than let them destroy the wooden house that we were standing on. So I'm not intending this to be our main horde defense structure, but I didn't want to get the church all fucked up before we even get to day 7. Now we need to upgrade this little fighting position beyond wood, which means cobblestone is next, and I figured these sandy pathways are probably the quickest way for us to get some stone while we still have shit tools. Now, next on our agenda, we are just a few leather away from completing our next class mission, and I know where to get some of that. And while we're here, let's tear up Jen's business a little bit more. And by that, of course, I mean loot her house. And straight away we find a nice leather duster, which we can scrap for even more leather. And finally, let's get our cook on. Now, food, drink and sellable loot was already pretty scarce by the end of day 1, so I spent half the night trying to lure Darkness Falls night zombies into the compound in hope for a mere loot bag or 2. No luck this time with the loot bags, but onto that plan for water going into the long term. At this point, I hadn't actually figured out that doing exactly what I'm doing here and taking 2 jars of water at a time is going to empty this little fountain outside the church just as quickly as if I've got a stack of 100 of the fucking things. So later on in this video, I'm going to figure that out and make a whole bunch of glass jars at once. But for now, I'm just taking a nice look at my shiny new nail gun, which was my reward for completing my class mission. Next, I had to deal with a whole nother bunch of fucking zombies roaming around. So we put paid to those. And then I went and got a bigger stack of water and started boiling that up on the campfire. A short while later, I was digging up some sand in the garden and I heard a wandering horde. Now what we really want them to do is wander over this way so we can kill them and get their loot. So let's see what we can do. Shotgun. Ooh, rifle and ammo, that is good. Okay, little bit of shit to sell. Every little counts. And now we shouldn't be getting thirsty for a little while, so we'll just pick up all our waters we've been cooking. We can even afford to spank a few of them on boiling some eggs. It occurred to me during that little rumble with the horde outside that I haven't actually got any armour. So I made what I could with the resources that we've gathered so far, which is basically the full padded set. It's not going to give us amazing protection, but it should be okay to scrape us through to the end, I suppose. Well, it's better than nothing anyway. Now here's something that's definitely going to be a lot more helpful, which is a new iron spear that I crafted. But that led to the next problem, which is repair kits, because I need oil to make repair kits in Darkness Falls, and that's going to be pretty scarce. And already, again, food is becoming a big problem because no animals whatsoever are passing through. And I don't even have enough money to eat Jen's fishy pie. I can't say that, fucking hell. Anyway, I settled on 10 cornmeal to make bread from because that is basically all we can do. So anyway, day 3 was more killing zombies and breaking down the yard for scrap that we can sell and hopefully buy one of those fish pies. The zombies were starting to come in thick and fast, so thank you Darkness Falls for that. And speaking of, just as I was working on the rooftop defence, another horde rolled through. This one's going to be a toughie, but hopefully the loot bags are going to make it worth it. So that was what we did for most of day 3, but then just before evening, I started digging some clay when the game took an interesting turn. I struck iron, which in this scenario might as well be fucking gold, because from simple iron we can make turret ammo and sell stacks and stacks of that to Jen for potentially all the money we're going to need. So I carried on digging for as long as I dared before it got dark. I was a little bit scared that the night zombies were going to be attracted to the noise. Made a bunch of turret ammo, jumped upstairs and sold it to Jen, and then went and bought that fish pie for later. I'm not going to eat it right now because I'm riding that line between 50% food and drink and 49, just trying to make sure that it stays above. And when food is this rare, it kind of feels a bit of a waste to eat it when you're not absolutely desperate. With that said, as I'm selling this next batch, you can see that I must have eaten it in the meantime. So on to day 4, and we start off just killing a few of those zombies that were still hanging around from overnight. Some pretty bloody useless loot this time, but never mind. You got to be in it to win it. I could have done without that explosion. This fucking dude. Just go around. There's another bloody set of steps over there. God, it really is never bloody ending this. Okay, but this is what we want. We need zombies because we need loot bags. Let's see what we've got here. Another shotgun and plenty of shotgun shells. That's really going to be useful on the Horde night. That sounded sarcastic. I actually mean it. We've got a pretty good stash of that now. And so I spent the rest of the morning of day 4 cleaning up the rest of the random zombies, repairing my defences, mining for iron, and recycling my tree seeds that I'd gathered from chopping down my trees. And eventually I had enough resources to make an anvil in the forge, which is going to unlock forged iron. So because it's day 4, Jen had a delivery overnight with a couple more fish pies. So we actually had the money to go and buy them. And for the first time in 4 days, we're not under immediate threat of starvation. Next on the agenda, I went to work on our little fighting position here, just to give us some overhead protection from any potential birds that turn up. It did mean knocking out a whole load of roof just to get a flat surface to work on, but you've got to do what you got to do. And then after a full afternoon of mining and crafting turret ammo, I had enough money to buy another very valuable tool. Plus a final fish pie. With this wrench that we've just bought, we'll finally be able to start extracting maximum value from all of our scrapping around of Jen's compound. But the main thing I was looking for is an engine, because I want to make a concrete mixer, for which we are just 2 levels away from being able to craft. Overnight on day 4, I tore down the rest of Jen's house, and what we're not going to use, we're going to sell. Then I did a bunch more defense upgrades. And when morning rolled around on day 5, we went around and continued breaking the rest of the yard down and finishing off our fighting position. And that was until the inevitable rolled around yet again. Still having mixed feelings about how many zombies there are at this point, because, you know, we really do need the loot, but it is becoming a pain in the arse how many we have to kill for such a measly amount of loot that we're actually getting. You know, for every loot bag, well, for every 5 loot bags, we're getting maybe 1 useful bit of loot. So, I don't know. That's just what we're working with, I suppose. Anyway, let's crack on with this zombie horde. Now, That seemed to take forever, but at long last. Check out all these loot bags. Okay, what do we have? Maps, can't use them. Brass, we'll probably sell it. Another shotgun, some water, and a bunch more ammo. That is really good. Some food we can't eat or cook. Got a new top. Maybe we'll wear this. I think it looks like we're getting hot with our duster or with our hoodie that we're wearing. Money, sell it. Hat. Fuck's sake. Another shotgun with some more ammo, yet again, and a couple of corn on the cob so we can cook those up a treat. And finally, a hunting rifle. Check it out. And some more 7.62. Alright, well that was a horde worth spending the time on, I reckon. Alright, a little bit of base repair, and then we'll head inside and cook those corn. We'll try this pear smoothie. I'm not sure if it's any better than any other drink, but that's all we can do with these cans of pears that we found. We can't eat them because they'll give us the shits. Even though it says like, what is it, 5% or 20%? I can't remember. But a small percentage chance of making you ill. You can pretty much just ignore that number because it just means if you eat this, you're going to throw up and shit yourself. Forget the numbers, it's going to happen. Now with our anvil that we crafted the other day, we can make forged iron. So that's good because we can use that to make metal hatches. But not before we use it to craft a workbench. Which we're going to stick in the most random place, just up here on the wall. Now we can use the workbench first of all to go old school with our defences. So I crafted a bunch of this barbed wire and set that up to try and stop the zombies attacking their structure that's going to allow them to get up to that tightrope that we placed. I figure that every little helps when it comes to preventing the zombies from destroying their only path to us. Now, of course I am increasing the danger of injuring myself here exponentially, so it's not going to be very long until I fuck something up. And that just about takes us through to day 6, where we do a whole bunch more mining, breaking down, and digging. Now, the thing about the digging here is we're actually starting to work on our main Horde night base with what I'm doing here. I figured this back entrance, if we, rather than try to knock down these steps that are going to allow zombies to come up the back passage, it's going to take a lot less effort to just dig a moat around it. So that's what we're doing here. And just with the same idea around the other side here, we're knocking down the steps that can allow zombies to get up to this back door as well on the other side. So essentially what we need to do is force all the zombies around to the front entrance of the church, and then we're going to build some sort of defense position there to take on as many as we can, save Jen and save the world. Now of course, it wasn't long until another night horde showed up, so we had to dispatch those, but the good thing is it gave us the skill points and the XP that we needed to add the point that we need in hammer and forge machinists so that we can craft a cement mixer. So all is looking good for us building some strong defences for tomorrow. But the idiot that I am, I didn't realise that we need a fucking metal workstation. Thanks, Darkness Falls. You bastard. I don't know how many skill points that is we've wasted, but we sure could have put them to better use. I suppose the only positive out of that is that it's a lesson learned for next time. But let's look on the bright side. These last few loot bags provided us with 8 pills. So that's a heap of healing that we can do on Horde night if we need to. The only downside is we need a bunch of drink to counteract the minus 40 water that each one of them afflicts us with. But, yeah, we've got plenty of water anyway, so it's all good. That's going to save us a bunch of money buying bandages that we could, spend that money elsewhere, like on ammo. But considering we're literally on 0 food any moment now, that money's going to first be spent on another couple of fish pies from Jen because she had an airdrop arrive overnight. Now, at this point, I remembered that we can only sell a maximum number of stacks of certain items, so we've got a whole bunch of turret ammo that we can't sell. Now, on the day that we're expecting the Horde, it's as if someone was looking down on us in this church because in Jen's inventory, we found a double-barrel shotgun. Suddenly, our entire strategy for tonight's Horde flips on a coin, and any more skill points that I'm going to earn today are going to go straight into shotguns. So midway through the morning of day 7, it was time to start working on our defences. We're going to go with a really simple fighting position here, just levelling up these walls to cobblestone from the shitty wood that they started out as. And we're going to use some hatches and really, I mean, we're going ghetto with this. Just hatches and blocks. And we're going to do all we can to hold them at this first position. And then inside, we're going to have a fallback position. And if it all goes to shit, we're going to run out the back door and head over to our little Jen's house with the fighting position on the roof. I'm going to do all I can, of course, to stay in the church here, because the whole concept of this is to save Jen. But you know, we just have to do what we can, and if it all goes to shit, then Jen's going to have to run out with us and join us up on the roof. Now, after all of this, Jen had an appropriate number of 762 available. However, we couldn't afford that, so we got about half of them, and then just spent the rest of day 7 milling around, making any final preparations for the Horde. Luckily, no other wandering Hordes turned up. So, yeah, that was it. Let's get ready for the Horde. This is what it's all come down to, guys. Okay, dead. Oh, don't smack the wall. Okay, that's a bad sign straight off the bat. Oh, then, hang on, what if I let down these? Oh, this is not good already. Oh, no. Okay, we've killed some. I'm already going to have to repair this. Oh, this is awful. Oh, no. Well, even if they do break these blocks, they're not going to be in here straight away. We've still got more to break. Oh, I don't fancy our chances. Die. No. Oh, they're in. Ah, get the hatch up. Oh, no. Oh, bollocks. I didn't get the hatch up in time. They somehow got through the gap. We're aborting. Sorry, Jen. Oh, I didn't want to end up back over here this early. Maybe if I get a clear minute, we can just head over there and try something. Try and get one of those other hatches back up, that second line of defence that we have. Do you know what? I think this might be just as effective as the shotgun up here. What do we have in the loot bag? Oh, look. Are they even bothering to come back up the stairs? I don't know. It's very quiet. Where the fuck are all the zombies? That might have been the first wave done and dusted. Let me see if I can quickly run back in the trader now and see if there's any chance of fixing shit up over here. Oh no, that is a bad sound. Oh, it's the fucking dog horde. Oh, dogs and birds. Oh, fuck me. Not good. Right, I'm gonna... okay. Alright, I'm gonna do what I can. Dogs, birds and spiders. Are you kidding me? I don't know what I'm hitting here. Alright, at least it appears that they're hitting the hatch as designed. Okay, this might not be a disaster. Bit of repair. Oh my god, here we go. Oh, I can just hear all sorts of shit going up on the roof. Cop. Oh, it helps if I can hit him. Oh, this will do us a favour if he explodes. Come on, just explode a little bit. I think he's going to go. Oh, there's so many cops. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, I haven't reloaded my fucking this. Okay, that was good, I think. Trying to repair. Oh my god, this is terrible. I need somebody else to explode, please. Somebody's got to go soon. Oh, yes. Alright, that's not a good... Oh god, they're coming through the floor. Oh, and my tree has grown outside, so I can go and collect some wood if we get through this. Gotta repair, gotta repair. Oh, I really have to repair. Okay, I don't know how long this is going to hold out for. Especially with this fucking thing double shotting. Ah, you bastard. Oh, and there's a bird in. Oh, and I missed. Oh no. Okay, we're going outside. Ah, missed the jump. Oh my god, I keep missing the jump. Do you know what? Let's just do this. Run him in a circle. That guy followed me. Can't get back in that way now. Okay. Is the bird dead? Yes. It would be nice to have some sort of explosives to chuck in here, but I haven't seen a single one. Come on. I can hear somebody exploding. Fucking birds. Where is that last one gone? Got him. Explode, please. And... oh, there's more dogs. Come on, he's got to explode soon. Oh, fuck. Nope. Okay, don't miss the jump. Take my time, breathe, get in the cage. Let's see, are these spikes going to do their job? I can hear birds, but I can't see them above me, so I don't know what's going on. fucking up my stairs, that's what's going on. Well, as long as they've got one way to get up to me. Okay, right, now let's conserve a bit of ammo. It's pretty quiet. I can just hear birds. I'm guessing that got trapped in the trader. That guy's dead. Was that the third wave? Where are we? Sounds like we've got some people downstairs. I can hear a couple of zombies underneath me in the little house. If we jump across here, we should be free of them. Now let's see. Oh no! Okay, is that the bird's dead? Alright, we did it, Jen. Oh god, look at this. I thought I could come here and maybe put the doors back up and be safe, but that ain't happening. Let's do some looting. Don't need sand right now. I do have some blocks here, let me... Ha! Why didn't I think of that before? Okay. Can't hear many zombies. And it looked like it was getting light out. Is it? Is that it? Did we survive the night? Let's go over here. These guys are probably digging down in my little mine. What are you doing, bitch? Knock off. Hang on. What's that I can see off in the distance?
Get to the chopper!
Alright, that's our signal. That was quick. Jen, it's time to pack your shit up and let's get the fuck out of here. That's it for this adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have an idea for a similar challenge for me to take on, then drop a comment below. And if you're new to the channel, then hit subscribe or check out one of the videos that are popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.